Hi, so welcome to Making Change Happen Part 7. So we're now on the letter Y, the 7th letter of clarity. So these are all different steps that you can take to help you get clarity, and one of them is for you to tell your story, the whole of it. So one of the reasons why perhaps we don't get clarity is because we've never really quite got all of the problem out, and therefore we haven't really got clarity of what it is we're trying to solve. And what I've discovered as I've worked with more and more people is that people tend to compartmentalise things. So it might be that you think about work, and when you finish work you shut it off and think, well, that's work finished, and then you go home. And you've got a problem at home, but maybe the resources that you need are the same things you do really well at work, but in that environment you haven't thought about transferring them. So I'll give you some examples. I found somebody who was really good at motivating her children, but was struggling to motivate her team as her business was growing. So when we recognised that she could do it at home but she wasn't doing it at work, we modelled out, how do you do it, what's the first thing you do, then what happens when you're motivating the girls. And she created a model of how she did it. The great thing is that's what she does, it's her natural way, and she already knows how to do it, and all she had to do was then transfer the basic principles to the work environment. I've seen people who are really organised with their finances at work. They do their budgets, they do the forecasting, they do their planning, and they have their strategy. And then at home, everything's in chaos. And again, haven't thought about using the same strategies to plan their personal finance, their holidays and their times and their engagements with family members. Almost like don't want to make it too business-like, but there's skills and resources that can help you work, learn and live at your best. So if you're looking for clarity, the real thing is look at the whole of your story, the whole of what you do, because maybe the answers are in different compartments and you've boxed them away by mistake. The other part is, because we box things off, what tends to happen is we tend to perhaps talk to one particular person about our work problems. We may talk to our partner about the challenges or concerns we have with the children, and maybe talk to our best friend about challenges or concerns we have with our partner. And what then happens is you don't consciously become aware that those patterns are repeating, that they are the same thing, the same kinds of problems. So it's really resourceful if you can find one person who will listen to the whole story and start helping you look for strategies and resources that are within all of them, some common patterns that would help you to get clarity. And more importantly, if that person is the person that's going to ask you strength and solution focused questions, because most people find it very difficult to listen to a story over and over again about what's not working, because human nature is we want to help, we want the other person to be happy, we want to be able to help sort the problems out. And whilst we kind of get the fact that there's huge value in just listening, if we just listen to a story that's not talking about what they want and what we can do to help them, it can be very hard for someone to stay present with you and let them hear the whole story. So give them a couple of questions, ask them to ask you, what would you like to happen and what is working? And then that way you can continue to get the whole story out and get more clarity. Now, what will be really useful for me is if you can leave a comment below if you've been watching the 7 videos, what have you thought about it? Because what I don't know yet right now is whether or not these videos are working. I don't know if you subscribe, do you get them in your inbox? Do you get notified when I put a new video up? Is the time of day, because I'm putting them up quite random, working? Is putting them out every day working? Can you do me a favour, please? Leave a comment below and tell me what's working, what's not working about this 7 series. And I'll be back tomorrow with some stories about how people have transformed their life by helping them get clarity. Look forward to seeing you then. Bye.